Welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are here on Shockwave, fresh off the back of the fast lane, where we had CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, and we are now running into WrestleMania time. So we'll see the outcomes of what happened at Fastlane, as they have affected the storylines heading into WrestleMania. We start with the pre-show, where we gave Murph and Blake a win. We then gave Okada a win, which is slightly disappointing. I haven't really got a match set for him for WrestleMania. I've just got to build on his popularity and see what we can do with him. The Revival get a nice win. Then we gave AJ Styles a win over Noam Dar. I've used a couple of new photos, so if you see anything new, you'll understand why the old ones were either dated or we needed something new. I wanted to see if Noam Dar can cope with the bigger names. A nice random tag team match, this one really, isn't it? Let's face it. Apollo Crews, Austin Aries and Phoenix picked up a win. You can see by the performance, Cody Cole is the weak link. And everyone else probably should be on the main roster. Cedric Alexander picks up a win, just trying to keep my cruiserweights happy, because we've got quite a lot going on in the cruiserweights soon. The key word there is soon now. Drew McIntyre defeats Fandango. Drew McIntyre's up to 70s. I'm very impressed with how he's come along. Bobby Roode picks up a win over Mojo Rawley, which I believe was the main event. So we start Shockwave with AJ Styles coming out to complain about Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon made him face Cody Rhodes, Austin Aries and John Cena in a 3-on-1 handicap match to qualify for WrestleMania. And which this brings John Cena out. It says, "You attacked me. You took my United States title match off me. I want that tonight. And then I want to face you at WrestleMania." It then brings out the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman. It's like, excuse me, fellas, we've got a real title to fight over. I want my Beast in that match, and I want you to make this happen, Shane. And then Randy Orton comes out and says, "Don't you like the beating I gave you last night, Brock? I took you to the cleaners and left you in a mess." Shane McMahon is tired of all this fighting. He comes out and he books John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the main event for the United States Championship match title tonight. And as for the rest of you, keep your hands off each other. For now, we may be looking at potential matches coming up between you guys going into WrestleMania. But I want to see how Mr. Cena does in the main event tonight. Now, I had to rearrange John Cena's US title match because he would refuse to lose to Nakamura, even with any sort of outside interference. So I had AJ Styles attack him. He wouldn't even lose in a triple threat match where he wasn't the one pinned, so not happy with that. Brock Lesnar has injured Randy Orton or nearly injured Orton. He did injure AJ Styles, so he is in the bad books. And the truth is, we're mainly looking to build up to a 3-on-3. AJ, Brock, and someone else versus Orton, Cena, or someone else. I have already booked it, but we'll wait to see how that all unfolds. And the Reunited Heart Dynasty beat the Lucha Dragons. They came back last night, or Harry came back last night and Tyson Kidd turned heel. They are coming to make an impact. Tyson Kidd wasn't making an impact in the cruiserweights. They're going to come back and go for that tag team gold they so used to be great at. And they cut a promo to explain this. They're both meant to be cocky it's going to take until post-Mania before we see a real impact. It's just going to be building them up a bit to be creditable. We then gave Braun Strowman a victory over Mark Henry, continuing our little push for Strowman. It's a long way away from being anywhere. But hey, I've got just 5 people for him to squash, and this show only really has cruiserweights, which is kind of a problem. So we are going to be working on this. We then cut to a segment backstage where Itami goes to see Shane McMahon, and he asks for his rematch against Kenny Omega for the Cruiserweight title, which Shane nods and agrees. It's like, deal mate, next week you'll get your rematch for that Cruiserweight title, but tonight you're teaming up with the United States Champion to take on Kenny and Tyler Breeze. Which, for some reason, I did just put straight in next. Seems a bit random, but still. We went with this next. This is mainly just to keep... it's the European Champion, Adam Cole, I'm sorry. To keep both of them working. I'd made Kenny Omega take the pinfall, but it wasn't from Itami, it's from Adam Cole, who's the best in this match, shall we say, and this doesn't reflect real life, remember? So it's actually a really good 71 rated match for these guys. We're going in the right direction still. And afterwards, Kenny Omega grabs the mic and says, you want another shot at me? You couldn't even beat me last night. And as he's running him down, Gallows and Anderson attack Itami and hit him with the Magic Killer. We have Oblivion Max returns from his injury on TV now. After last night's attack of Drew McIntyre, he beats Damien Sandow, which I think is quite a good match. And then afterwards he challenges Drew McIntyre to a match next week on Shockwave. So we've already got 2 matches booked for next week, which is really good. They're both going to be quite longish matches. I already kind of know the ending of both, which is also good for once. Randy Orton explained why he attacked Brock Lesnar, and it was because he nearly ended his career last week. Yes, this has been a rushed book decision. They were going to be going against each other heading into WrestleMania. That's not going to lie. There was going to be both going to be on the sides on the tag teams, but this also just adds to some of it. So Randy Orton's coming out saying, "You tried to end my career. I'm coming for yours." Nice work. Save, shall we say. We have Rusev destroy Titus O'Neil. It's good to see him getting into the 90s in a 5-minute match, or a 4-minute match. The 72, solid for that, I'm happy. And then he tells CM Punk that he will crush him at WrestleMania, and he will be the Bulgarian champion of the world. Just to mix up the tag teams, instead of having match on match, we have Jay Briscoe defeat Nick Jackson. Triple threat tag team title match going into Mania. So we're going to just filter it through with a few singles matches. I think these 2 are the best performers in the tag teams. So, yeah, we're working with that. Great. Wrong person. We're about to have a heated confrontation. It's meant to be Matt Jackson. Well, that didn't go well. That's disappointed. We have a calming match now. We're just cruiserweights versus cruiserweights. I wanted to turn Adam Bridle heel, but I can't do it yet. It's just showing off a few of their talents. I want Bridle to be a heel, basically. AJ Styles is seen talking to Paul Heyman about their potential WrestleMania match, where he also has Bobby Roode with him, and says, why don't we just bring this guy in, and the 3 of us take out Cena and Orton once and for all. So a nice little 79 rating there. And this goes into Cody Rhodes losing to Cesaro with a distraction from Bobby Roode. So it's pretty much going to be Cody Rhodes, the 3rd member, we just sort of walked into making it like that. We get a video package opening up Cena versus Nakamura and selling it on the idea it's two of the biggest names in world wrestling, with Cena being one of the biggest in America and Nakamura being one of the biggest in Japan. And in a really, I'm happy with that rating because they're both faces. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats John Cena with the Kinshasa after AJ Styles runs in and attacks Cena. So, yeah, this is what I wanted from the very start of this rivalry, but Cena kept rejecting it, so I had to use the editor to take his creative control out. I'm happy with him having that. I wanted it to be sort of like him putting Nakamura over because his performances have gone right up since working with Cena. And I know it's nothing like real life, but still. See, the only bad thing is booking decisions and face rather than, yeah. And after the match, we have Brock Lesnar and Styles beating down Cena, but Randy Orton makes the save. And we get a 78. This is probably going to be about an 80 show. Not going to hit the heights we should be. We have been recently. But I had a non-main eventer winning the main event. So, yeah. The Hills had a good night tonight, I think. So I'll head back to the main screen, and I just want to see where Nakamura lies in these rivalry notes now, because his performances have gone right up. And we are back to the main screen, so let's check some news. Ooh, Trevor Lee might stay with TNA. Bit disappointing. Positive enough. Carl Anderson is not happy. Surprise, surprise. Tyson Kidd's probably just earned a new 1-year deal just to see what this tag team situation turns out like. Okay, he has one of those contracts. I did take off his injury at the start, so it's going to take a bit of work, which I had neglected, so let's just do these adjustments quickly on the roster. It was Carl Anderson, wasn't it, who wasn't very happy, so he's only a mid-carder. He thinks he should be an upper mid-carder, I guess. I don't know. They do agree. Popularity is around 50. Let's just check Nakamura's, because his last performance was actually really good. So we're looking at 64, shall we say. So he has jumped up since his little rivalry with John Cena, which is good to see. And the other one I need to check is Drew McIntyre, who suddenly seems to be off the scale. I've been pushing in the last few months, so I expect it to have gone up. We're just under 60. Yeah, so he's gone right up in the last couple of months too, which is what we really wanted. Looking at the storylines, we have US title. I'm looking at Okada or Cesaro for the next contender. We got Punk, Rusev, tag team titles, Respect, with obviously Cody and Bobby Roode. My time, I'm still keeping Cruz and Mark Henry in that. The European title's actually quite high up. The Cruiserweights are not. It's a shame, but still, we're happy enough with where things are going. The hot list, Braun Strowman is now number 2, and Nakamura right up there. Nobody important on there, so I think that's everything. We'll be back with Monday Night Raw next. So the simple thing to say is thank you for watching.